Good afternoon, good evening to Dr. Mo. My name is Sharifah Fatimah binti Said Sulaiman and my metric number is S52616. The title of this video is Overfishing and Open Access Issues in Marine Capture Fisheries in Malaysia, and I will be explaining about the abstract or the simplified version of what we're going to talk about in this video. Open access is a situation where everyone can catch the fish, no matter who, without any limitation. Meanwhile, overfishing means the removable species of fish from the sea at a rate that the species cannot replenish, resulting on those species to become underpopulated. Overfishing can prevent a population from producing and end up losing a population. In this video also, we'll be reviewing about trawlers, fisheries, subsidies, technology, and the impact of them in our fishery industry. And for research method, we'll be using two models. The first model is Gordon Sheffer model, and the other one is the steady state fishery model. And using this model, we get a result that will be explained later in the video. Thank you.
Hello doctor, my name is Nur Shahira binti Awang and metric number S51820. I would like to talk about the introduction. In general, overfishing and open access issues always occur in every country including Malaysia. The open access fisheries mean everyone can catch with the amount that they want without thinking about the sources become scarcity in the future. According to the 2018 Annual Market Intelligence Report, the average Malaysian's consumption of fish per capita for a total of 32.4 million is equivalent to 60.4 kg per person per year. So we can imagine the amount of fish resources need to be increased to balance the needs of society in Malaysia country. According to Department of Fisheries Malaysia, there are 130,645 fishermen in 2017, where 94,568 were local fishermen and the rest were foreign fishermen. In achieving that needs, there will be an overfishing of fish resources. It clarified with a total of 128 foreign fishing boats were captured during 2020 in Malaysian water, which consisted of neighboring countries such as Thailand and Vietnam. They made the requirement catch beyond the country border to fulfill the demand of their fish stock. However, due to that case, the Malaysian government has suffered losses of billions of ringgit, which can reach losses of up to RM 5 billion a year. So the best way that according to Harman and Villan 1997 is when open access condition happen is to divide the area which unrestricted fishing without any rules and the area regulated fishing which should take the restriction when made fishing.
Good morning, Dr. Mo. My name is Wana Hafizah binti Wana Razul. Metric number is S51922. Our topic is overfishing and open access issue in marine capture fishery in Malaysia. In this topic, I will explain about my part, which is introduction of this topic. The fishery sector in Malaysia also plays an important role in social economy and social development. This is because Malaysia is one of the countries in the Southeast Asia that is placed with a very wide coastline. One of the main perceptions of overfishing in island fisheries area and conflict between small and large scale sector fishermen. This is because want to promote the development of offshore fisheries by large-scale sector. Malaysia promotes offshore fishing with the belief that offshore fish resources are not being used. The objective is to expand fisheries through modernization and increase efficiency according to the pace of time and circumstance. That's all from me. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Shahira and I'm going to present about literature review. According to OECD, open access is a condition where access to the fisheries is unrestricted. For example, the right to catch fish is free and open to all. And what is overfishing? Overfishing is harvesting a fish stock so hard that much of the potential food and wealth will largely slip through our finger. Geo-overfishing is the most common. It prevents a population from producing as much sustainable yield as it could if less intensively fished. The population will typically be less abundant, but it can and often destabilize the overfishing state. However, with extreme overfishing, in which the forces of decline are consistently greater than the force of increase, the population will continue to decline and could become extinct. According to study, technology will lead to overfishing and open access. This will happen when fisheries are widely considered to be risk of overexploitation, potentially leading to inefficiency, exploitation of fish population, and the risk of extinction. When the presence of technology in fisheries, open will happen because the revenue are above the cost. There are incentives to enter the fishery until the net benefit becomes zero. This will happen at point OAE. Although the aim can be to maximize the number of fishermen, it is more often to maximize efficiency, output, or rent of primary interest. Because OAE most often occur at a level of fishing effort greater than the required to produce MSY, it can give rise to a combination of biological and economic concern about open access arrangement and overfishing in relation to either MEY or MSY.
Hi, I'm Balkis Daya. The evidence of the study shows that fishery subsidies lead to an increase in fishing resources and the exploitation of resources through efforts in overfishing. A large number of studies relates the relationship between the role of subsidies with the problem of overcapacity and overfishing. Previous researchers mentioned that various types of subsidies can contribute to the well-being of fishermen. However, the use of subsidies provided by the government can contribute to overfishing and cause a reduction in fish stocks where fish will become extinct if the use of subsidies is not monitored. Besides, the drought also can affect overfishing and open access. The type of fishing technology used causes more foreign trawlers to exploit demersal stock outside the EEZ area. Using the trawl net also drive various types of marine organisms in addition to targeted resources such as catches. Therefore, it will cause overfishing, but at the same time, it will reduce fish breeding as well as fish stocks will be reduced in the following period of catch if the small fish are pulled once. Fisheries in the deep sea is more than EEZ area because if the country has a lot of fisheries area, it will indirectly cause overfishing. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Amir Fatima Harhara binti Amir Ali. As we know, Malaysian marine fisheries are categorized into 4 areas such as Zone A, Zone B, Zone C, and Zone C2. And this area according to the distance. But in 2014, a new zoning produced to reduce the number of trawlers and the other encroachment activity in the traditional areas. This area only applies at some states. It is Perak, Selangor, Penang, Kedah, and Perlis. This area will be a guide for fishermen to carry out their fishing activities. However, there are still the problem of overfishing among fishermen, despite various actions taken by the government. So, for this video, I will discuss about the model of golden shepherd used for see how actual catch fish measured. Using this model GS, there are 3 reference points such as MEY, maximum economic yield, MSY, maximum sustainability yield, and OAE. This one we call it as open access equilibrium. So by using this reference, we could find the way how to overcome the problem of overfishing and open access in Malaysia. Thank you.
Hai, Assalamualaikum. Assalamualaikum. Okay, I will explain about the steady state fisheries model. This model is used to analyze the Malaysian fisheries marine, and it is used to investigate the fisheries population and also the production growth. Okay, in this model, it use two type of function, which is the catch effort function and also the surplus production function. Okay, but the most used in the economic fisheries is the catch effort function, which is it is used to calculate the rate growth of fisheries population and also to calculate how many can be catch per time the fisheries resources. This is to ensure the fisheries mortality, and this function is mostly used by the marine biologists. Okay, next the surplus production model, which is used to relate the stock growth fisheries population and the catch effort fisheries model to yield the positive rate of growth or surplus production in growth rate population. Okay, that's all from me. Thank you.
In Gordon-Sheffer model, we will use the equation y parenthesis t is equal to qf parenthesis t b parenthesis t. In this equation, y stands for the catch rate, q is stand for the catchability coefficient per standardized fishing day, f parenthesis t is the fishing effort, and b parenthesis t is the population biomass in time t. The value for b parenthesis t is 2.7, meanwhile the value for q is 0.8502 multiplied with 10 power of negative 6, and the value for f parenthesis t is 10.3. To get the catch rate, we will get y parenthesis t is equal to 0.8502 multiplied with 10 power of negative 6 multiplied with 10.3 multiplied with 2.7, which the value will be 0.0000236446. From the catch rate, we will find the equilibrium yield through the equation y per rp plus p per k, which equal to 1. K is the carrying capacity of the environment and R is the intrinsic rate of population growth. The value for both variables are 5,216,471 and 0.2404. We need to find whether the equilibrium is at the value 1 or not. The equilibrium yield from the equation is 0.000035913995. Next, we will find the equilibrium biomass BEQ through the equation BEQ equal to 1 minus QF per R multiplied with K, which equal to 5,216,286.36. Next, we need to find out the net revenues, which represent by pi through the equation pi equal to Py minus Cf, where the P is the constant price for the species and C is the constant cost per unit. The value for P is 11,336.32 and the value for C is 0.0077888,977. So the net revenue will be 0.18781098,395. According to Gordon 1954, if the net revenue is equal to 0, then the entry or exit to the fishery is none. But since the value is a little bit over the 0, then there will be a little entry or exit to the fishery. The value for P parenthesis T is 2.7, which is greater than 0, is a good indicator because the fishing effort will be reduced at total cost is more than or equal to the total sustainable revenue.
Hello, I'm Nur Atika Binti Abdulaziz. My metric number is S51979. I would like to presenting about the research method. In the research method, I use the steady state fisheries model, which is to investigate the relationship between fishery population and production growth. It is related with the catch effort, where the fishery stock will be a balanced state while the fishery population is in the line of the harvesting rate. This is because of the water depth, sea surface temperature, water current, sea surface height, and surface wind. It can be affect the growth of the marine ecosystem and food resources. The catch per unit is indirect measure of the abundance of a target species. If the catch per unit effort is decreasing, indicate overexploitation, while an unchanging catch per unit effort indicates the sustainable harvesting. Is that mean the change in the actual number of the target species as well as can reduce the amount of excess exploitation and the continued harvest rate without change.
To my lecturer and my fellow friends, I'm Shiv Shankari Annadure S51843. So I'm here to talk about the conclusion. The Malaysian experience with overfishing provides empirical support for the theoretical underpinning of the biggest problem associated with an open access resource such as fisheries. A comprehensive approach is used for resource modeling and fisheries to conduct a study on overfishing and open access. This study used the steady state fisheries model, which is to investigate the relationship between fisheries population and production growth. Uncontrolled human activities causes pollution, excessive exploitation, as well as widespread fishing activities due to the decline in number of fish. A large number of fish stocks in Malaysia faces a very high fall. Catch effort, where the fishery stock will be in a balanced state, where the fisheries population rate is in line with the harvesting rate. CPUE changes can determine the change in the actual number of the target species as well as can reduce the amount of excess exploitation and the continued harvest rate without change. Thank you.